I, 34 years old, have 2 kids, 8-year-old boy and Amp, 4-year-old girl. My daughter's name is Aurora. My husband, 36 years old, and I chose that name because it was slightly similar to my late father-in-law's name and worked well with our last names. It had nothing to do with the princess from Sleeping Beauty. In spite of that, we've had fun with that movie in the past, and ever since my daughter realised that she shared names with a Disney character, Princess Aurora has been her favourite. Our family went to Disney World in July, and while there we bought my daughter a Princess Aurora costume. She adores it and wears it whenever she has the chance. 2 weeks ago, one of Aurora's friends from school threw a princess-themed birthday party. She encouraged her friends to wear costumes. My daughter wanted to go as her favourite character, which didn't surprise me at all. When we got to the party, the birthday girl came to greet my daughter, and she was also dressed as Princess Aurora. I didn't know what her costume was going to be before the party. I got worried for a second, but the birthday girl was actually really excited. She said that they looked like twins. It was adorable. They ran off to play, and I forgot about the costumes for a while. About 30 minutes into the party, I was at a table with some of the other mums when the birthday girl's mum came up to me. She asked if I had brought any spare clothes for Aurora. I said yes, I always bring an extra shirt and shorts for her. She then asked me to change my daughter into the spare clothes and out of her costume. The mother explained that she had hired a photographer to walk around taking pictures of the kids and was also planning on getting a group photo near the end of the party. She didn't want anyone wearing the same costume as her daughter in these pictures. She also thought her daughter might get jealous since my kid gets to share her name with their favourite princess. Now, if the birthday girl was the one who had a problem, I might have considered changing Aurora into her spare clothes. But no, she was genuinely excited they were dressed the same. It also didn't feel fair to force my daughter to be the only one without a costume in a party full of children in princess dresses. I said no, and explained my reasoning to the girl's mum. She insisted for a few minutes, but I held my ground. Some of the other mums started to back me up, and she eventually got up and left. When I went to pick up my kids earlier this week, I ran into her friend's mum. She accused me of ruining her daughter's party by allowing Aurora to wear the same costume as her. She told me she doesn't think she'll ever be able to look at the pictures without being disgusted by my behaviour. I thought she was exaggerating, but I'm starting to doubt myself. Our conflict has found its way to the mum group chat we're both in, and opinions over there are divided. Some think having 2 girls wear the same costume is no big deal. Others think I should have changed my daughter's clothes. Am I the idiot? Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Now, if the birthday girl was the one who had a problem, I might have considered changing Aurora into her spare clothes. But no. She was genuinely excited they were dressed the same. It also didn't feel fair to force my daughter to be the only one without a costume in a party full of children in princess dresses. This is it, right here. It's the little girl's special day, if she was bummed and wanted to be the only Princess Aurora. Understandable to a point, and maybe just let her have what she wants on her birthday. An entitled mum who just has to have pictures a certain way. Get bent. She accused me of ruining her daughter's party by allowing Aurora to wear the same costume as her. She told me she doesn't think she'll ever be able to look at the pictures without being disgusted by my behaviour. LMAO. Imagine prioritising some photos over your daughter's good time at a B-Day party. Parents suck, not the idiot. Comment 2. If you're going to host a princess party and you don't want duplicate costumes, you should probably include that on the invite. While I think saying the birthday girl is going to be Aurora, so don't choose that costume does seem silly. It's the only way to avoid such a thing. If you choose not to make that rule known, you don't get to demand a little girl take off her princess dress and be the only one at a princess party who is not a princess. When you add in that the birthday girl was super cool about matching, the mother is insane, not the idiot. Comment 3. If she was so insistent that no one else be dressed as Aurora, why wouldn't she specify that when she sent out invites? Not the idiot. It sounds to me like another example of a mum wanting her little angel to be the only special one. I mean, I get that it's the kid's birthday party, but it was a princess party. Your daughter dressed up as a princess. If there was nothing indicated not to dress as that specific princess, then you did nothing wrong. This is on that mother and her own expectations. Now for the update. So it's been 2 insane weeks since the princess party debacle. And let me tell you, the drama did not end there. First off, the picture from the party with both Auroras went viral in our local community Facebook group. Someone from the party must have posted it. Now, instead of just our mum group chat being divided, it was like our entire town had an opinion on Princess Gate 2023. But here's where it gets wild. The local news caught wind of the viral photo and wanted to do a feel-good piece on it. They thought it was a story about inclusivity and kids being kids or something. Both mums were invited to speak on camera. It was a complete disaster. The day before the interview, the other mum, let's call her Drama Mama, sends a text to our group, demanding that we all support her on this and basically stage a boycott of the interview, unless they promise to paint her in a favourable light. Most of us are just dumbfounded because who does that? Interview day comes and you can cut the tension with a knife. The other mum starts with this obviously rehearsed speech about how her daughter's feelings were hurt, and suddenly my Aurora, who's been surprisingly chill about all this, pipes up and says, "But Mum, you told me that princesses share their castle with everyone." This was live, folks. The interviewer ate it up. Drama Mama was fuming, and before I know it, she's trying to spin it on camera. But it's just getting worse. She looks like the villain in a Disney movie. Fast forward to the aftermath, and the clip of Aurora's comment is being shared all over social media. Suddenly, our little ones are getting invitations to other princess parties as dual Auroras, and a local costume shop offered to make them custom unique Princess Aurora dresses so they wouldn't match at future events. Then the real kicker. The Disney store caught wind of the story and sent both girls a huge Princess Aurora package with an invitation to be part of a Disney parade as honorary princesses. And guess what? They're going to wear matching dresses because that's what they wanted. So yeah, 2 weeks, and it feels like we lived a whole Disney movie arc. As for the mum group chat, it's a bit quieter now. Some sides were taken, friendships were tested, but I think we're all just ready to let the drama go. And Drama Mama, haven't heard much from her since the interview, but I get the feeling she's plotting her sequel. Now for the comments. Comment 1, not the idiot. At its core, the issue here isn't about who dressed as Princess Aurora better, but about the behaviour and the response to a situation that should have been celebrated for its inclusivity and joy. The mum who demanded a favourable portrayal and attempted to spin the narrative during the interview was out of line. She let personal vanity and competitiveness overshadow a moment that could have been used to advocate for unity and the magic of childhood. The girl who spoke up about inclusivity is the true embodiment of what it means to be a role model, reflecting the values that we should all aspire to. Her actions not only rectified the skewed perspective, but also highlighted the importance of embracing diversity and acceptance. The fact that this led to more invitations and a package from the Disney store shows that positive reinforcement of good values can lead to good outcomes. The mum's behaviour, which was divisive and manipulative, was clearly inappropriate, especially in a space that should encourage friendship and shared experiences among the children. Comment 2, not the idiot. The pivotal role of the media in shaping public opinion cannot be overstated, and it was highly irresponsible for one of the mums to try and manipulate the local news coverage for her own or her child's gain. This kind of behaviour sets a dangerous precedent for children, teaching them that it's acceptable to distort truth for personal advantage. It's a relief that the situation took a positive turn, with the community ultimately rallying around the message of inclusivity. The girl's response to speak out in favour of inclusivity not only shows maturity beyond her years, but also demonstrates the impact that children can have in leading by example. This incident is a reminder that our society often needs to relearn lessons on ethics and fairness from the younger generations. It's commendable that the other children in the community were able to recognise the true value of the situation rather than being swayed by one person's push for a biased narrative. Comment 3, not the idiot. The subplot of Drama Mama possibly planning her next move is concerning and speaks to a larger issue of competitiveness and toxicity within parent groups. While children's events should be about fun and making happy memories, the intrusion of parental ego can corrupt these experiences and create an atmosphere of tension and rivalry. It's critical for parents to self-reflect on their behaviour and the lessons they're imparting to their children. The outpouring of support for the girls and their message of inclusivity should serve as a wake-up call that the community values positivity and unity over divisiveness. The honour of being invited as honorary princesses in a Disney parade is a testament to the power of standing up for what is right and kind. It's essential for adults to support children in understanding the importance of character and integrity, rather than succumbing to pettiness and the need to one-up each other. Now for the next story. I am so tired. My son, who is 15 years old, has been purposely messing up all of his chores. I started to teach him how to cook more complex dishes and other grown-up chores like proper deep cleaning, how to clean the bathroom well, and doing laundry. However, he continues to make mistakes. At first I thought he was just having a harder time, so I spent more time helping him. It was driving me insane because I tried so many ways to teach him, and I was becoming quite frustrated. I even went to book an appointment to see if he has ADHD or something. However, I cancelled it after hearing him talking with his friend, bragging about how he avoided doing his chores by intentionally messing them up. I sat him down and talked to him about it. He denied doing it on purpose, claiming that he doesn't understand how to do it correctly. He even went as far as saying that it isn't a big deal if he can't do it. So, to show him how much of an inconvenience it is when things are done incorrectly, I started purposely messing up his things. For example, I forgot to turn on the dryer, leaving his clothes wet. This led to an argument today where he called me a huge jerk and accused me of intentionally sabotaging his chores. I explained to him that this is my way of making him understand, and I won't stop until he starts doing his chores correctly. He is not talking to me and my husband is on his side. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Not the idiot. Since your husband is on his side, let him handle the chores originally assigned to your son. Oh, dinner isn't on the table? Well, that's too bad. Guess I will be having some fancy meal I had pre-made for tomorrow. You would like to have some? Sorry, won't do. There is only enough for myself. I'm selfish. Nope, just hungry. You want something to eat? There is the kitchen. Help yourselves. Oh, your room isn't clean. Well, here is the mop. Trash hasn't been taken out. Gosh, the smell in your room must be horrendous. You didn't clean the bathroom? Yeah, I figured you had a number 2. The smell made it quite obvious. Your laundry isn't done. How so when the washer and dryer are right here? Be snarky and unapologetic about it. They're not ready to put in their fair share of work. Well, that's too bad. Neither are you. And tell your son that a 15-year-old who does not know how to clean a toilet, to do his laundry or to cook a simple meal twice a month is ridiculous and borders on pathetic. Comment 2. Not the idiot lol. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Normally I'd be advising against childish tactics, but the lack of support from your husband means you don't have any other cards to play. You could compromise with your husband. If he doesn't have an issue with your son's behaviour, then he can take over your son's chores. Here's a couple more aggravating tactics you can use. 1. You can turn off features for specific phone lines like, say, data. 2. No data? Well, I got Wi-Fi. You can jump onto your router, find a specific device and click on it to always be rejected access to the internet. Make sure you change the router password. Super easy. Extra credit for you if you want to take it a step further and learn about networking at the same time. You can set up the router to always hand specific IP lease configurations to certain devices, in this case by giving the device in question a bogus DNS address. Comment 3. Not the idiot. You have a husband problem though. Does he do his chores or do you do it all? I would either talk to him and be fully honest with him. If you want to get a point across to both in a more extreme way, you could just stop cleaning up and cooking except for your things. Cook and buy groceries only for you. Do your dishes and put them up someplace that's just accessed by you. Do only your laundry, clean only your things. If you have pets, include them in this obviously, please. If he's under 18, really just do medical stuff for your son and that's it. Also get him into therapy if you can. There may be more going on, but sometimes teens are just not wanting to do stuff and do anything to get out of it. Therapy can still help regardless. Now for the update. 2 days after my last post, my son's school called. He'd been caught vandalising school property. A complete shock and totally out of character for him. The principal was stern but fair. He suggested that this behaviour might be a cry for attention. That very evening, with the weight of the school incident heavy on our shoulders, my husband and I sat down with our son and had what I can only describe as the most heart-wrenching discussion I've ever been part of. Tears were shed as our son confessed that the pressure of upcoming exams, combined with the tension at home, had pushed him to act out. He admitted that he'd been messing up the chores out of a misguided sense of rebellion. In a bid to better understand our son's mindset, my husband and I decided to see a family therapist. We learned that our chore war was just the tip of the iceberg. Our son had been silently struggling with anxiety and felt overshadowed by his older sister's academic achievements. Realizing that our home dynamic was contributing to his stress, we collectively agreed to a chore chart that included all of us, which would also help in lessening the load on any one person. But just as we were starting to pick up the pieces, my job dropped a bombshell. I was being considered for a promotion, one that would require more hours at work but with significantly better pay. This potential change added another layer to our already complicated situation. My husband, who had initially taken our son's side, stepped up in a way I didn't expect. Seeing the upheaval, he took it upon himself to bridge the communication gap between our son and me. He arranged for us to spend some one-on-one time doing activities our son enjoyed, helping us to reconnect. These moments of peace amongst the chaos were priceless. Meanwhile, my son, realizing the error of his ways, began to take initiative around the house without being asked. He apologized for his actions and even showed interest in helping me practice for my job interviews. These small acts did wonders for easing the tension. Just when it seemed like things were settling down, a pipe burst in the kitchen, leading to an impromptu lesson in plumbing for the entire family. Though at first it felt like just another setback, working together to fix the issue actually brought us closer. Now, as I type this, our home is quieter, not with the silence of anger, but with the hum of cooperation. My son's exams are over and he's waiting for the results, and the school has been supportive throughout. My promotion is still up in the air, but our family feels like a team again, ready to face whatever comes next. It's been a wild ride, one I wouldn't have believed myself if I hadn't lived it, but sometimes it seems life's messiest chores can bring out the cleanest resolutions. Now, for the comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. It's commendable that you took the time to understand the underlying reasons for your son's actions rather than jumping to punishment. By acknowledging the exam pressure and tension at home, you opened the doors to a healthy dialogue, which is a crucial step in resolving family issues. Seeking therapy shows a commitment to addressing and improving mental health, which is often stigmatized. The creation of a chore chart not only helps distribute household responsibilities more evenly, but also teaches your son about accountability and teamwork. Despite the additional stress of a potential job promotion, the family's effort to maintain open communication is key. The father's role in facilitating conversation between mother and son is a testament to a supportive partnership. It's impressive that your son apologized and took responsibility for his actions. This, along with the family coming together to fix a burst pipe, demonstrates resilience and the ability to work as a unit. This story exemplifies a proactive and constructive approach to family challenges. Comment 2. Not the idiot. Handling the situation with empathy and understanding rather than punishment is a sign of good parenting. It's crucial to identify and address the real issues, such as exam stress and home tension, rather than just the symptoms, vandalism. The decision to go to therapy is a mature and responsible choice, showing that the family prioritizes mental health and well-being. The mother's potential job promotion adds complexity, but doesn't overshadow the family's efforts to support one another. It's important to recognize that balancing work and family life is an ongoing challenge, and it seems like the family is managing to navigate these waters successfully. The son's initiative to apologize is a step towards maturity and taking responsibility, further indicating that the family's approach to the crisis is working. Lastly, the family's collective effort in dealing with a household emergency like a burst pipe reinforces their unity and ability to handle adversity together. Comment 3. Not the idiot. The family's approach to their series of challenges is exemplary. By choosing to focus on constructive outcomes such as therapy and implementing a chore chart, you've turned difficult situations into opportunities for growth and character development. The mother's potential job promotion should be seen as a positive development, even though it may require the family to adjust and support her through the transition. The father's involvement in improving mother-son communication is another positive aspect, showing that both parents play active roles in nurturing the family dynamic. The son's willingness to apologize shows personal growth and the impact of the family's collective efforts to guide him. Finally, tackling a burst pipe together not only solves a practical problem, but also symbolizes the family's ability to come together and overcome obstacles. Each member has shown adaptability and a willingness to support each other, which are valuable traits that will serve them well through any future challenges. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.